Hello again, and welcome back to the 1875 Lady in Waiting channel. If you've just found us, we are super happy that you did. If you're one of our returning guests, we are thrilled you've come back to visit us again. It's going to be another day of work, so let's get to it. Okay, working away here today, guys, and I just happened to pick this board up, and then as I carried it over there, I happened to see that there was some writing on the back of it. And I'm trying to get that, see if the camera will pick that up. So what it says is Mr. Stars and Kitcher. So I don't know if that happened to be some of the guys that were working on the house at some point in time, but I just happened to see that and I thought, well, heck, I need to point that out because somebody at some point in time thought that that was important to write their names on it. So, cool. Well, another extremely hot, humid afternoon. We've been here about 5 hours or so working today. Just trying to get things, straightened up a little bit. Obviously been showing you a lot of me just pulling nails, and I get it, it's boring. It's as boring as it can be to me as well. It really, really is. But this is just part of the process, just to keep, if I want to recycle this stuff, we're going to have to do this as well. We'll try to keep those time lapses to a minimal if we can, but we'll just kind of give you an update a little bit about what all we got done up here, just to keep going forward. So the room I've been working in here, trying to get cleaned up, this is what we call the bay bedroom, and I'm going to try to get over here where we can possibly see what's going on. I've swept it all up. I've tried to clean it up. I don't have my magnet wheel with me today, so I'm going to bring my magnet wheel over and go through all that to get all the nails out of it before I sweep all that up and dump it. But we kind of got this room. This room has been a mess for a long while. This was kind of my work room when I first got things gutted out. So it had been quite the mess. Now this space, from the plank wall to the bearing wall over there, we've got about 15 feet. And then from the farthest space out from the bay back to where the wall was is about another 13, 14 feet. So you're talking about 4 meters by 5 meters. So it's a good space. It'll be a great bedroom because that's what we're gonna turn this back into to another bedroom. And again, up here in the front, now I've kind of turned all this area up here. I've got a huge pile that has to have all the nails taken out of it, and then another huge pile that I haven't even began. So, some of my build-ins. These are some of the things that were built in this house. I've seen a lot of build-ins over my days, but these have got to be the most interesting. These were literally, if you kind of look at this close, it was a piece of furniture. It was probably an end table or something. They basically, looks like they may have pulled the top off of it, or the better top that was here at some point in time, and then that's what they used to build the build-ins. So my wife thinks that she's going to take these and try to refinish them and see if they're of any value, and if they are, great, we'll reuse them. If not, they're not going to be a big loss. But obviously, I still have quite the mountain of stuff that has to have the nails pulled out of it. But we'll try not to film all of that, just because I get that's pretty boring to watch. But I've kind of cleaned it all up. But kind of the way that we're looking at it right now is that down on the first floor, the staircase is going to start in kind of this kind of cavity, and it's going to come up and make a turn and go around and wrap itself around the bearing wall that's right here, and then the staircase will come up here. Right in this general spot is where the staircase will end at the top, and then across from that, then we're going to have a little bit of space here, and then there'll be a door into this room, and then on this side of the bearing wall, another door into this room that'll swing into this way, and then we'll build a closet, between this room and this room. And then if this is the top of the steps again, then at this space here, we'll put another door in here. We'll build a closet between these two rooms, and these two will be, those three will all be bedrooms again. That's kind of the way they were. That's kind of the way they're going to be. And then this space that's now kind of the staircase, what's left in this space will be what we're going to turn into a hall bath and a laundry room combined. It'll be about 11 by 11, 12 by 12, something along those lines. So it'll be a good space for having a bathroom and a laundry room, with basically the main hall. Once the chimney stacks out here, again, if we discover a fireplace on the first floor when I get down there and start demoing the first floor, then a lot of our plans are going to get rerouted, because we will leave this here because it'll be a fireplace then. At this point in time, we don't believe that it's a fireplace. We just believe it's a flue stack. And if it's just a flue stack, one of the things, we're going to go to, high efficiency everything as far as our utilities. And so that flue stack will basically serve no purpose at all. So we will just, we'll take it down, and good possibility all those bricks will become the new chimney for where we put the fireplace in the living room, or in the parlor downstairs. And so then that leaves this space, this whole huge space back here in the back. That will become the master bedroom, master bath, and it'll be a nice size. But that's kind of it's kind of what we've got where we're at right now. The upstairs is about 95% gutted, and like I said, I've left a lot of the lath on the walls just because that right now it's still acting as some structural and keeping some of the stuff integrity to it, and until we know as we go downstairs and we start getting it out downstairs, and then we get down into the basement, then we'll know a lot more about what all of the, what a lot of the structural issues are that we have to fix going forward. But all in all, a couple of good days despite the heat, and it has been literally just whoo. It has been a warm one. It's rained pretty much. They said on the news that we've had rain from the 1st of July, or from the 1st of June through the middle of July here where we're at, where we're filming this. We've out of the 50-some days, we've had rain at like 42 of those 50-some days. And it's been, I know the West Coast is severely dry and in a huge drought and lots of wildfires, and I would be more than happy to give them some of the water that we continue to get almost daily. It would be nice to send all of this out there and have that, have some things green up and have some fires put out and whatnot, instead of us having flash flood warnings every evening. So it's just kind of crazy right now. But that's where we are, and we'll keep moving.